Hi everybody, it's Oksana, and today I'm going to show you this weaving pattern right here that involves 4 base wires that are mine are 20 gauge, but of course you can do it on a different gauge as well. I don't know why that's going out of focus. And then you need a weaving wire. Mine is 28 gauge, and I already started this pattern, and then I had the bright idea that I can show it to you. So of course you can incorporate this into your piece in any way you'd like. In this case, I am weaving my veil in this manner. So here is basically how this pattern goes. The first thing you do is you make one single wrap around the bottom wire. Let me see if I can get closer and it'll focus. There we go. So one little wrap around the bottom, and then you go up and you're making kind of like a wrap over both of them, but then you're bringing it in between like this, and then up and then back down. So now you've made a little wrap on top. So bottom wire, both wires, top wire. And now, here it is here, we kind of brought it to the back. You're bringing it up, and you are bringing it over just that very top wire. So you have to put it in between so that you can wrap it just around that very top wire. And now it's in the back. You're bringing it up again and over and down and over both of the wires, and then up again in between, and now it's a little wrap over just this wire here. So this is what it looks like at the top now. Pretty much the same thing you're doing on the bottom and top. And now you're repeating exactly where I started showing this to you from, where you're wrapping this one time around the bottom. So bottom, I'm going to go quickly now. Both top, I say quickly and then my wire gets all tangled up now. I don't know where it's going. Here we go. Top, bring it up. One wrap around the top, around both, around one. So basically that's what you do. And you do have to tighten this periodically because it'll get loose on you, and then it doesn't look nearly as nice when it is all loose. So basically here is what this weaving pattern looks like. It is kind of dependent on you trying to keep these wires a distance from each other. As long as you don't pull hard and move them out of place as you're weaving around them, it should be fine. I don't really find that they move around that much as like if you just have one wire, you know, that other weaving pattern where you just have, you know, one and one, and you just kind of try to do this kind of thing the way it is here in the middle. I feel like that tends to like move them for me, and it's hard to keep the same distance. But for some reason, maybe because there's 2 and 2, they're like stronger, because I don't really have a problem with this like changing shape on me. And of course I do have these coming out the sides here, so that's, you know, they're not really moving around either. Like if you just have 4 wires and you're trying to hold them and do this, I would probably recommend using a spring clamp, and you just clamp them. This way they stay where they are, and you don't have to like try and hold them with your finger as you're trying to do this pattern. And another pattern that I want to show you is this next one here. So you can see it right here. I did it. You can see how it compares to this first one that I showed you. The wires are a little bit further apart, and they kind of go in a zigzag up and down right here in the middle. And here's what it looks like from the back. You can kind of see the little zigzag better on the back here. And basically all you do is you just do one extra little thing when you're doing the pattern. So by the way, I like to hold really close to the edge. So when you're doing this, it really helps to keep the wires and everything stable. Instead of just holding it back here and trying to do it, I like to really get up close in there. So let's hold on here. Here we go. We're going to start on the bottom again. So if you're just starting out with your very first wrap, be right on the bottom, and you do one wrap around the bottom wire, then one around both, bring it from the back through them up to the front, and now instead of going up with it like we did before, bring it down, make one more loop right here, right around the bottom wire, and then bring it up. So now you brought it up, you do one wrap around the top, one wrap around both. Sorry, my camera's deciding not to focus. Bring it up in between from the back to the front, pull it through. That makes one wrap around at the bottom. Bring it to the back and then up, and now pull it towards you and bring it in between. So you made one wrap around the top. Let me try and get really close so you can see the little individual wraps there. Okay, and now bring it back down, and you're repeating it exactly like we did before. One around the bottom, one around both. One, I always get stuck. One around the top, and one around the bottom, and back up, around the top, both, bottom, and top. And just keep going like that. Let me tighten it up a little bit. You can kind of see better. But basically, here is what it looks like. So those are two little weaving patterns that I wanted to show you that I think work pretty well for bales especially, but just really for anything you want to do. So that is it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.